Federal immigration agents are descending on a new city.
Federal agents are expected to start arriving in New Orleans as early as today to begin looking for and arresting undocumented immigrants. Attorney Michael Gehagen is telling his clients to avoid contact with police.
If you don't have a driver's license, don't drive.
The immigration roundup comes at the invitation of Louisiana Governor Jeff Landry. But regardless of immigration status, Gehagen says,
you have all the constitutional rights on American soil as everybody else does.
Jim Ryan, ABC News.
3 kids and an adult were attacked by a grizzly bear on Canada's British Columbia coast. Conservation officials say the victims were part of a school group that was hiking on a trail. They say several teachers intervened using bear spray and a banger to drive the grizzly away. They say that the victims are being treated for injuries. What does the New York City subway smell like? For a limited time, Bath & Body Works.
For the rest of November, Grand Central Subway Station is trying out something new, unleashing a smellable advertisement. When you get off the subway, now you are hit with a holiday scent from Bath & Body Works called Fresh Balsam, which may give you the aroma of vanilla and pine. It's coming through diffusers, and through the end of the month, Bath & Body Works says it will disperse between 20 and 30 pounds of fragrance.
ABC's Danny knew that'll be a welcome change. Eddie Murphy will be presented with the Lifetime Achievement Award from the American Film Institute in April. The 64-year-old's one of the industry's top 5 box office performers overall. Dave Packer, ABC News.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. Ever wonder why Big Wireless wants you on an unlimited plan? They probably want you to cover the cost of those 20-somethings using all that data every month. But most people 50 and up like me only use 12 gigs or less. Don't get bamboozled by Big Wireless. Switch to Consumer Cellular. Our plans start at just $20, and we use the same towers as the big guys. Join the millions who choose something better, because if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com/facts. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
News Talk 610 AM and 102.1 FM. KVNU.
Well, in college basketball, it was a great win for the Aggies earlier today as they downed the Tulane Green Wave 96-75 in the first round of the Miners tournament that's taking place in South Carolina. The Aggies now will face off in the championship game coming up on Sunday as they will play at 7 o'clock with our pregame show beginning at 6 here on KVNU. And, of course, the football team in action, hoping for a possibility to become bowl eligible. That game will kick off at 8:30 with J.D. Walker and Stockton Jukes getting you ready for the game with our pregame show starting at 6:30. Well, in other news that we're following, Marcio Reyes Valdez, a 20-year-old, was sentenced this month to 5 years to life in prison for his role in a fatal 2024 friendly fire shooting that killed 18-year-old Gabriel Vigil. Now, Valdez had pleaded guilty to 2 felony counts of discharge of a firearm. The shooting had occurred back on January 14th after Valdez, Vigil, and 2 others had went to a short-term rental intending to beat up someone and carjack a vehicle. Now, Valdez confirmed Vigil's death was an accident caused by a shot that was fired by one of the group members. Valdez's prison terms were ordered to be served concurrently. Meanwhile, Daniel Lopez Santiago, a 21-year-old, was sentenced earlier this week to 1 to 15 years in the Utah State Prison for the fatal shooting of a Kearns man in 2023. Now, Lopez Santiago, originally from Mexico and reportedly in the country illegally, pleaded guilty back in September to reduced charges of manslaughter and possession of a weapon by a restricted person, both second-degree felonies. Now, the victim, Vicente Perlada Figueroa, a 25-year-old, was shot and killed in a detached garage back on September 3rd of 2023 following an argument with Lopez Santiago about money owed. Now, prosecutors had dropped the original murder charge as part of the plea agreement. Lopez Santiago's sentences were ordered to be served concurrently, and the court recommended that he be deported after completing his prison term. Now, the defendant confessed in his plea statement that he had used a firearm recklessly, causing the death of Peralta Figueroa. Well, it's looking like we're going to enjoy a nice weekend with sunny skies. Temperatures expected to be right around the low 50s during the day, with overnight temperatures staying in the low 30s. It's next week when we may start to see some much colder temperatures coming, as highs will be only in the 40s. Overnight temperatures could be down into the mid to high teens. And I'm Will Feelright with your local headlines.
Help us recognize the champions in our communities. Submit your nominations by visiting kvnutalk.com. The Above and Beyond Salute, sponsored by Firehouse Subs.
Roof Rescue is your local roofing specialist, dedicated to keeping your home safe and dry no matter the weather. Their team of experienced roofers is here to serve you, providing top quality service at affordable prices. From minor repairs to complete roof replacements, they've got you covered. Remember, your roof is your first line of defense in protecting your family from the elements. So don't wait until the next storm to discover your roof problems. Call Roof Rescue today at 435-999-4268. They're your trusted local roofing experts, here to keep your home safe and dry. Roof Rescue, celebrating 10 years of providing watertight peace of mind.
There are people in this world who don't just work the land, they live by it. They greet the morning long before the sun does. Their word means more than ink on paper. They can fix an engine, nurse a sick calf, and stretch a dollar further than anyone should have to. For the men and women who feed America and never ask for applause, West Motor Company salutes you. Thank you for raising the food that fills our tables, for your grit, your hard work. West Motor Company is proud to sell Ram and Ford trucks to help you do your job. So right now, farmers and ranchers can take an additional $500 off our lowest price. That's $500 plus $9,000 off Ford F-150s, or up to $12,000 off Ram 1500s, or 0% and no payments for 90 days. That's an extra $500 off every rebate, discount, and offer we can find. West Motor Company, 80 years strong and still driven to serve you.
Hey golfers, Black Friday at Birch Creek is going on now. Punch passes, $170. All remaining golf shirts and shoes, half price. All remaining golf hats, $15. All remaining golf bags, 25% off. The Black Friday sale at Birch Creek is going on now. A limited number of $170 punch passes will be sold. That's Birch Creek Golf Course in Smithfield.
Out at the Christmas open house, Anderson Seed and Garden continues till 6 tonight and again tomorrow from 9 to 6. We're here with Mark Anderson, and it's just amazing what you do with the store, Mark, this time of year. Gets you into the holiday spirit, and if you're looking for that perfect gift idea, maybe you're going to someone's home for the holidays, for Thanksgiving, and you want to take them a gift that really matters. You have some really cool ideas here at the store.
You know, it's not just garden, you know. At Anderson's, it's Christmas, and at Christmas time we do a lot of really great gifts as well too. So the best, like the most popular gift that we have would have to be our amaryllis bulbs. And the amaryllis, we have 20 different colors of amaryllis in stock right now, different size bulbs, and the size of the bulb is directly related to the size of the flowers and the quantity of the flowers. So the larger the bulb you get, the more flowers you're going to have, and the bigger they're going to be. And we bring in the largest bulbs that you can find anywhere in the world. Like, these are the biggest amaryllis bulbs, and some of them are so big you can't even put your hands all the way around them. And that means they're going to produce anywhere between 15 and 20 flowers on each bulb. So they are gorgeous, and I've never had anybody come in and say, you know, somebody gave me one of those last year for Christmas, and I just hate it. You know, it's like everybody's just like, that's the best gift I got all last year. They just think it's so cool. But between the amaryllis bulbs and the huge selection of nativities that we have, I mean, the nativities are right in the middle of the store. It's the center of the holiday season for us. We have so many different ones to choose from. If you're looking for a new nativity set, that's the way to go. But we have wind chimes, and we have bird feeders, and we have wind spinners, and we've got, you know, gloves and tools, and, you know, everything you could think of for a gift for a gardener, we've got it here at Anderson's. And it's just the most fun time to come in the store, whether you're looking for a gift or just looking to get into the holiday spirit. Just come into Anderson's, because this is the place to come.
Great gift ideas all throughout the store. It's Anderson Seed and Garden. The Christmas open house continues till 6 tonight, all day tomorrow from 9 to 6. And Santa Claus is going to be here tomorrow as well. So bring the family down from 1 to 4 if you'd like a picture with Santa Claus. It's at the Christmas open house at Anderson Seed and Garden, 69 West Center, downtown Logan.
As you face your destiny, roll. Hour 2 of today's show. Kicking it off with the Journey song No One's Heard. I'm Jason Williams. 41 degrees here at the Radio Ranch. 5:13 in the afternoon.
Not in the room, though.
No.
The Journey song no one's heard of.
It's called Anything Is Possible. It's one of my favorite songs, and every time I bring it up, people are like, who did that?
Is it from Wicked for Good? Was it in that soundtrack?
Yeah, it's the opening song for Wicked from Good.
I love it.
Has anybody seen this yet? Has anybody in this room? Seen it? Okay.
Yeah, you know me. I've been on a sabbatical.
Yeah.
You're
on sabbatical, and then you were on.
I was in Europe.
Death Watch.
I was a travel. I was on the oldest boat.
For those that don't know, the Swedes tried to take Andy out.
Yeah, they tried to take me out. They actually one of them looked at me like they didn't know who I was, but then the one was like, "We got you now, movie boy," and I was like, "I knew it."
I was positive that this was going to be a Russian thing with what with some of the things you've posted on social media over the last year.
It was. No,
Andy fell out a window.
That's true. Whoops. How did he got some disease in the canals?
Yeah.
Actually, I learned that's one thing I learned in Amsterdam is there's an episode of Ted Lasso season 3. I don't remember which one it is, but it's called Sunflowers. And it's when the team goes on a friendly match to Amsterdam. This is the scene. If you've watched Ted Lasso, if you're a fan of the show, this is the one where Jamie teaches Roy how to ride a bike. He finds out Roy doesn't know how to ride a bike. It's
funny. Anytime someone describes Ted Lasso to me, I haven't watched it. I plan to. Every time somebody describes an episode to me, I think, why would anyone watch this? That sounds horribly mundane.
In the
But
very
I kind of like shows like that.
No,
so
in the
I'll
sense of
probably
like Seinfeld, it's kind of the same thing. But it's also the episode where Rebecca, the team owner, she's in Amsterdam, obviously, and she gets knocked over by a bicyclist because there are thousands of bicycles. They actually told us on a tour that they fish 10,000 bicycles out of the canals.
Really?
Every year. Legitimately every year. And considering
that makes no sense. What's that? Like, why would you? I'm done with this bike.
No. I don't think it's. Here's what I think. There's signs around the canals that are like, please don't throw trash in, stuff like that. Also, please don't buy drugs from people in the street. Buy them in the stores.
Is a bike trash? Let's see.
No, but when you walk through the red light district, there's actually signs that say, please don't, please don't urinate in the canals. But there are signs that are like, please stop throwing bikes. And I thought, I bet you 80% of the bikes are picked up in the red light district in those canals.
Yeah.
People come out drunk out of a bar. Woo!
See the sign.
Throw somebody's bike in. And those the bike people, they're crazy. Like, I'm not legit. Like, they don't stop.
I remember that.
They don't stop.
I remember thinking, this is way more dangerous than downtown Salt Lake as a pedestrian.
Yeah. No. And the other thing about it, too, is, again, going back to Ted Lasso.
And you can't hear those little bells from as far away.
She gets knocked over by a bicyclist into the canals, and, this guy on the boat rescues her in one of the houseboats, and they, sort of have a budding romance. But she doesn't end up, like, deathly ill, because I'm telling you, if you fell in one of those canals, you would be on death's door.
Just from the...
Which is funny because they look so gross, and then in the hotel,
stuff that's in
they're like, please drink our tap water. It's the cleanest in the world. And I was like, I don't believe you.
We just run it through one of those Culligan things on the way up to your room.
That's right.
From the canal.
Like, we have the world's biggest Brita filter. Come down to the canals and see the world's biggest Brita filter. Anyway,
when I was in Iceland, I'd read that
they have clean water.
Yeah,
I'm sure,
their
right?
water's like the cleanest in the world.
Because it goes through the volcanoes.
Well, they don't tell you that the reason it's the cleanest in the world is that it was at one point almost superheated. And if you know anything, if you've ever been to Yellowstone and know anything about really hot water that comes out of the ground, it also smells like rotten eggs.
Oh, so their water tastes like that.
And they don't warn you.
Oh,
they're like, here's a glass of super clean water.
You're like, why does it taste like...
Why does it smell this way?
Farm fresh.
And your first shower, man.
That's funny.
That's another thing they should warn you about. But
I will. So, yeah, to your point, I have not seen...
I think the water in Amsterdam, though, is actually...
maybe.
Top.
I mean, do you believe
top?
Do you believe anything the Europeans say? I'm just kidding.
I don't know.
I'm just giving them a hard time.
Worst water I've ever tasted was in Bountiful, so I don't...
I will say that my one takeaway from this, I came back really wanting to dive into some more history, but I will also say the incredible thing about Europe, and we spent time in France and Germany, and then again, the Netherlands or whatever. The incredible thing is that everything over there is so old.
Yeah.
And it just makes you realize in the United States, while we have some pretty impressive things to look on, you're talking about things that are a couple hundreds of years old, maybe.
It does change your perspective a little bit.
Yeah, and you're looking at a cathedral that
Yeah.
I mean, the cathedral in Cologne, where the priests or the monks, whoever, the workers during World War II actually went and took the stained glass out.
Yeah.
Because they were afraid it was going to get bombed.
Save it.
Is just insane to me.
That was kind of a powerful
Although I
thing.
will say, I bet if you did a study between the United States and Europe about who has more back and ankle problems, it would be Europe. This is like, bro, I like your brick roads.
The cobblestone
But people were like, is that guy a zombie or does he have a disability?
No, it's just
because he's walking so strange.
If
right
you're
now.
used to flat cement sidewalks your whole life, and then somebody just throws you on a cobblestone road, it takes some learning how to walk on that
I
stuff.
was like, why am I so tired? We only walked 2 miles.
I have 700
For real, my shocks were out.
My shocks.
It was bad.
I have to ask though, as a movie critic, do you, when you travel,
do I watch movies?
Well, I assume you do, but
not there.
No, do you see stuff and think, oh, that was in that movie? Oh, that was in that movie.
Yep,
that is
100%. And I actually, this is going to sound funny, but I do that just in and of itself. But now when I go places, I look and go, what was filmed here?
Yeah.
Are there any places I want to?
It's kind of fun to look up.
New York. I mean, obviously big cities like New York, Chicago, Los Angeles.
I usually only think to do it after the fact, which kind of is less fun.
Also, why didn't I try to be a location scout? Why was that not a job I tried to pursue?
One time.
Right?
One time I did do it in advance, and it led to this situation where I was able to step out onto this rock on the edge of a lake that I can't pronounce the name of.
In Iceland?
Thingvilla or something.
Is this when you threw your black goo into the waterfall and created life?
Yeah, I created life. No, I stood out on this rock and said, Jon Snow stood here.
Oh,
no one knew what I was talking. Nobody else in my group knew what I was talking about.
Game of Thrones was in Iceland.
Yeah. And it was a big
North
deal
of
to
the
me,
wall.
and not a single person in the group of friends I was traveling with cared.
You skipped a rock along the ice lake and fought off White Walkers and
I also in downtown Reykjavik. I said Jason Bourne. Remember that scene in Jason Bourne? And they did know that reference.
They noted it.
France is good for that too. A lot of movies filmed there, and Southern Utah.
Yeah,
that's another place where you can
true.
cite a lot of. John Wayne was right here.
Yeah, Monument Valley is a place. The whole Monument Valley visitor center is John Wayne based. I mean, everything is John Wayne there.
A little bit too much.
Yeah, in fact, you know what? That would actually be maybe I'm sure it exists, but that would be kind of a cool business to start, a niche business where, like, you're a movie
based travel guide,
where you're guiding people through. You could up here in Preston with all the Napoleon Dynamite stuff.
Oh, I'd love to do a Napoleon Dynamite Preston tour.
Yeah, I'm sure someone has already.
I'd stretch the truth. No, this is the llama. This is the llama.
This is where this is the exact spot. See where this X is on this road? The construction guys put it there. This is where Napoleon got ripped in the face by a stake.
And this is the stake. That's how far I'd take
They've actually put that in the Napoleon Dynamite Museum. We do, though, going back, we do have a lot to talk about because Wicked for Good it came out today.
Yeah.
What I'm hearing.
12 what? Billion? 12 million. 12 million in pre-opening night shows.
It's going to make a lot of money. This, though,
is wild.
What I've heard, obviously, critics are not loving it as much as audiences. Audiences are pretty much loving this. There's another movie that comes out today called Sisu, Road to Revenge.
Yeah.
This is one of those where I think this movie literally, why it's in theaters, is because it built up such a social media buzz off the first film where people hadn't actually seen the first film.
Yeah.
But they see clips from it.
I hadn't even heard of the first film until I saw some 100%. Of the buzz around the sequel.
100%. The Running Man, which is what we'll talk about today, came out last week. I caught up with that. This is Glenn Powell, the new Tom Cruise, and this is Edgar Wright, based off of Stephen King. Was it a short story, Jason, or is it a novel? I know it was Richard Bachman.
It's a novella, I think is what they call it, which is a novel that's only 100 pages.
Which just kills the 80s version with the gold jumpsuits with Arnold Schwarzenegger And what's the
Dawkins.
Richard Dawson, the guy from Family Feud.
How they got Richard Dawson? Anyway,
I still need to catch up on Frankenstein or Frankenstein, depending on.
I can talk a little bit about Frankenstein
from Netflix.
I can do a really quick thing on Frankenstein. This is really all you need to know. If you like the story that you see in the horror movies, you won't like this. If
This
you,
is
if
novel
you like
faithful?
the book, this is really
Gotcha.
good. And
That's what I've
honestly, up there with Nosferatu and just cool to look at.
I mean, is Guillermo
that kind of movie?
Guillermo del Toro.
Guillermo del Toro.
Has he ever done anything bad?
Pan's Labyrinth wandered a bit, plot-wise.
Jason immediately goes for the awards, darling.
Pan's Labyrinth wandered a bit, plot-wise.
I bet you didn't like The Shape of Water either.
Everything also wandered a bit. No, actually, I love The Shape of Water. Everything he does is visually stunning. And that alone is a reason to go see.
Oh, for real.
One of his films.
I think Crimson Peak is probably my least favorite.
Yeah, that one just gets weird. Honestly,
Although I love
at a certain
Jessica
point.
Chastain and I do love Tom Hiddleston.
Crimson Peak was,
the
but
other one.
This is right up there with his best work. But I think this is probably the best Frankenstein that's been done as far as telling the actual story of Mary Shelley's novel.
I do need to also catch up with Predator Badlands. Here's a fun truth here. I don't actually love the Predator character. I have strong feelings about the 80s Predator movie just because it was so kind of iconic at the time.
Yeah.
Had so many kind of 80s action heroes in it. Carl Weathers. It was kind of like a, that kind of movie.
It was fun.
But again, very different for the time. The one thing I don't know. I just have never really gravitated like Predator 2, all the alien. I kind of get into the Alien and Predator kind of this combined landscape. But the Dan Trachtenberg who did Prey during COVID or
really good.
To make me actually care about predators was something that I'm interested. So I'm very curious. And again,
which one was the first animated one that just?
That was
the one that most recently came out.
Yeah, Killer of Killers.
Killer of Killers.
That's actually really good.
That was the first time I really realized that there could be a, for lack of a better way to put it, like a universe here.
Yeah.
A Predator universe that people would actually care about. And
yep,
because that was really good. And
well, and one other quick thing too. I mean, we're next week's Thanksgiving.
Right.
There's nothing big coming out next week because Wicked is going to steamroll through this weekend and next.
Yeah.
I think it's Zootopia 2 is the big movie next week. So I'm not trying to again not give that any.
Oh, I will.
It's due, but and the first one
will.
the first one did really well. So obviously a sequel's coming or
we
happened.
get so many laughs out of that sloth.
Yeah.
And then,
Well, and you know what's going to happen,
know if
right?
you
Is
can carry a
anyone that
sequel.
doesn't want to take their kids to Wicked for good, they're Zootopia's it's going to do well, but Wicked is going to be the steamroller for the next probably 2 or 3 weeks. But we're getting into awards time. Like I can't believe we're coming around this corner again. So between now and probably mid-January, we're going to be talking about these front runners for Best Picture, some of which have come and gone. F1, Frankenstein's out, but there's some that we still have that are coming, like Hamnet, Marty Supreme,
Five Nights at Freddy's 2.
Sentimental
That's
Value.
That's an award movie right there.
There's another one that's actually on
you know
Netflix.
what? You mentioned earlier. We've got to go to a break because we've got some long breaks today. In between the news and this, I'll just say it now. Five Nights at Freddy's. You mentioned one earlier where the sequel was getting so much buzz that it actually made you aware of the original.
No, I've actually
the same thing's kind of happening with Five Nights
Sisu.
at Freddy's too. People are excited about this in a way that the first movie everyone hated it. They just panned it but for some reason it's built up a cult following, and now the buzz around the sequel is actually making me think maybe I should go back and
I liked the first
give
one.
the first one
I'm the
another
opposite.
try.
This one makes me kind of like ugh.
Really?
Yeah, because the first one was corny, and it should have been because the game is corny.
Yeah.
But that was the year of Josh. Was it Hutcherson?
Yeah.
I'm going to get that wrong.
Couldn't put him in anything
PETA.
or enough. Yeah.
PETA from the Hunger Games. He was also in a Jason Statham movie that year. He was like, "This is my comeback. This is my comeback time."
I forgot about that.
So anyhow, one other quick note though as we go to break. Train Dreams on Netflix is another one that if you have a chance to watch with Joel Edgerton, that'll be being discussed as a Best Picture frontrunner,
really,
potentially too. It's not this isn't a pulse pounding, high wire action flick, but it's really good.
So what category would you put that in? Because
drama.
Okay, because I've watched the trailer and I can't. But to be honest with you, actually, this is worth bringing up. I felt the same way about the trailer for The Running Man. I know the story. I've read the Stephen King story. I can't tell if this is an action movie. I'm sure we'll talk about it, but I can't tell if this is an action movie or a Stephen King movie.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if that's intentional when they're anyway.
Hey, actually, one question: did we talk about Springsteen "Deliver Me from Nowhere"?
No.
Okay, because that's one other
we
we can
hadn't
talk
gotten
about.
to that one yet.
Yeah, we can talk about that too. That's the last movie I saw.
I forgot
before
about that
I head
one.
out.
Actually, was even out there. But
yeah. Well, I think a lot of people are gonna forget.
Fair enough.
Unfortunately.
Fair enough. All right. It is the For the People movie show here with Andy Morgan of AndyAtTheMovies.com. He's been off for a couple of weeks, traveling to Europe and then trying to recover from whatever the Swedes gave him. And now he's back in the studio, and we are doing our best to catch up on everything we missed and everything that's coming. And as Andy mentioned, after Thanksgiving, you kind of start getting into, other than the few Christmas movies that are planned, you start getting into award season. So big stuff, and we'll talk about it all after this look at the news with KVNU's Will Feel Right.
I'm Will Feel Right with the check of some of our top stories here at the bottom of the hour. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints announcing earlier today that young women who choose to serve a full-time mission can now begin their service at age 18, effective immediately. Now, the decision by the First Presidency aligns the age requirement for young women with that of young men who are asked to serve at age 18 following high school graduation or its equivalent. Now, the change provides a new option for service for young women globally, but the church reiterated that missionary service remains an optional opportunity for young women. Now, previously, young women could not begin missionary service until they reached age 19. The new policy gives young women the flexibility to decide when to begin their service, whether immediately after high school graduation or at a later time. Well, Utah House Speaker Mike Schultz confirmed yesterday that the legislature will not be able to appeal a recent redistricting ruling in time to affect the 2026 congressional elections, citing a judge's last-minute timing. Now, Judge Diana Gibson had ruled just 19 minutes before the November 10th deadline that the legislature's map had violated the voter-approved Proposition 4 and instead ordered the adoption of a map that was submitted by plaintiffs. Now, Schultz claimed that the late timing was intentional, stating that the judge had taken away the opportunity for the legislature to exhaust its legal options. Now, while the appeal for the 2026 election is off the table, Schultz said that the legislature will appeal the ruling for future elections and is working on a constitutional amendment for the November 2026 ballot to resolve the issue permanently. Now, Schultz reiterated his criticism of the ruling, asserting that one unelected judge should not override the decision of elected representatives. And finally, police say they are searching for a man by the name of August Atkinson Beckwith, a 29-year-old who was last seen earlier this week near the University of Utah. Now, the Utah Department of Public Safety said that Beckwith is nonverbal and unable to seek food, shelter, or warmth on his own. Now, officials warned he is in psychosis and has a high risk of unintentionally harming himself due to confusion and disorientation. Now, Beckwith was last seen wearing a gray hoodie, black jeans, and black shoes, and currently has a full beard, though he is typically clean-shaven. Now, authorities warned the public not to approach Beckwith too quickly as he may become frightened. Those who may have any information about Beckwith's whereabouts is asked to contact law enforcement. Well, some clouds, but we've got sunny weather ahead of us for the weekend as temperatures are going to stay right around the low 50s for the next several days, with overnight temperatures staying in the low 30s. And, of course, Utah State men's basketball team beating Tulane earlier today, 96-75. So they'll now play Sunday night with tip-off at 7 o'clock. Our pregame show beginning at 6 here on KVNU. And, of course, tomorrow, the Aggie football team kicking off at 8:30, pregame at 6:30. I'm Will Feel Right. with your KVNU local headlines.
ABC News, I'm Dave Packer. After months of trading attacks, President Trump and New York City Mayor-elect Zoran Mamdani met face-to-face for the first time in the Oval Office today. The president saying, "We agree on a lot more than I would have thought."
I think he is going to surprise some conservative people, actually. And some very liberal people he won't surprise them because they already like him.
Turkeys can't fly, but millions of Americans will this weekend and next week. AAA predicting a new record of 81.8 million people traveling over the Thanksgiving period, 73 million of those by car. The IRS cannot share sensitive taxpayer information, including home addresses, with immigration enforcement. That from a federal judge today. President Trump says he's looking for Ukraine to accept a peace deal with Russia by Thanksgiving. Part of that deal would have Ukraine giving up land that Russia invaded. Ukraine would also be banned from joining NATO, though the U.S. is promising to provide security. This is ABC News.
We all have that one spot. No matter how much you diet or exercise, it's still there. Whether it's your belly, your arms, or your thighs. At Bell Sculpt, we help you finally get rid of it. Our advanced body sculpting and cosmetic surgery options target those stubborn areas for good, giving you the confidence you've always wanted. Call Bell Sculpt today or visit bellsculpt.fm to book your free consultation. Bell Sculpt, your body, your way.
Banks require good credit, so how does that work at Dollar Loan Center?
Look, a lot of people have a crappy credit score, Craig. So what? That's our specialty, and we look at the whole picture, not just a number. We love to say yes quickly because we know it's important to our borrowers.
Well, what if you were denied in the past?
I love that question. If you were denied in the past and are still looking for a loan, before you go somewhere else and pay way too much, give us another shot. Everyone's situation changes. You might have a cosigner, new job, or raise, who knows, but we sure would like a chance to help you out.
DLC lends up to $5,000 in minutes, and you can get your cash in person at one of our 70 locations, on our website, don'tbebroke.com, or even over the phone with one of our helpful, real staff members. You're gonna love Dollar Loan Center.
Licensed by the Utah Department of Financial Institutions. Subject to approval, limitations may apply. See website for details.
Hi, I'm Maddie from CAPSA. The holidays remind us of what truly matters: kindness, compassion, and community. At CAPSA, whether you're donating time, household goods, or direct funds, your gift brings healing and safety to survivors of domestic violence and sexual assault. Every single dollar helps someone find hope. Visit CAPSA.org to see how you can give the gift of new beginnings this season. Together, we make the holidays brighter for everyone.
Snow's coming, and those overgrown branches hanging over your roof and driveway? Yeah, they're not built for the wait. Call Hull Tree Care. Their certified arborist knows exactly how to trim your trees. Now, you might think, I'll just trim my own trees and save money. I get it, but if you don't know what you're doing, you can weaken your trees or even kill them. Plus, right now, Hull Tree Care is offering 10% off. Call 760-6587. That's 760-6587 or online at hulltreecare.com.
Get your furnace fixed. Call Derry Riggs. Get your furnace fixed. Call Derry Riggs.
Turkey, turkey, turkey. Gobble, gobble, gobble. Is your furnace ready for a happy Thanksgiving, or is it going to be a sad, cold Thanksgiving? Save $25 and let's get your furnace tuned up for the holidays so you and Grandma can be warm and cozy.
Get your furnace fixed. Call Gary Riggs. Get your furnace fixed. Call Gary Riggs.
This Christmas, consider a beautiful heirloom gift from S.E. Needham Jewelers. Choose from a large selection of art from our Logan Fine Art collection. Discover original works by local and regional artists, from stunning landscapes to modern art. This is art that commands attention and ignites imagination. Browse unique gifts of fine clocks, jewelry boxes, and Yadro figurines. Come see Logan Fine Art inside S.E. Needham Jewelers, middle of the block at the sign of the clock.
Hey, business owners, when it comes to your commercial insurance coverage, you deserve the best. This is Matt Robbins with Quality First Insurance. As an independent auto owners agency, we have access to many carriers and will give you options. We work hard to protect your business because you've worked hard to build it. Let's give your insurance coverage a fresh look. You've got nothing to lose and everything to gain. Call us today, 435-752-0101.
Got
sinus issues or trouble hearing? What about tonsil issues? Don't let discomfort hold you back. Intermountain Budge ENT Clinic is ready to help with expert care in ear, nose, and throat health. Dr. Matthew A. Wilson and Dr. Andrew J. Goetz provide personalized treatments, including thyroid surgery, to get you feeling your best. Breathe easier, hear clearer, and live better. Call Budge Clinic ENT today at 435-716-1420. Local care with Intermountain expertise.
Did you know most plumbing and heating emergencies could be prevented with regular maintenance? Canyon Plumbing and Heating's membership plan gives you a biannual system check, 10% off repairs, and priority service, all for less than $10 a month. It's the smart way to save money, avoid surprises, and keep your home running efficiently. At Canyon Plumbing and Heating, we treat your home like it's our own. Visit Canyon Plumbing and Heating's website at canyonph.net to sign up today and enjoy comfort you can count on.
Not sure what to give for a holiday gift for family or employees? How about a gift card to Beehive Pub and Grill? Receive a voucher for a free gelato with a $25 gift card purchase, or a voucher for a free burger or sandwich of your choice with a $50 gift card purchase. Take care of your coworkers, employees, and family with a gift card from Beehive Pub and Grill. Open 11 to 8:30 weekdays and 11 to 9 Friday and Saturday. Beehive Pub and Grill is perfect for the holidays.
Out at Anderson Seed and Garden, where the Christmas open house continues till 6 tonight and all day tomorrow. They've completely transformed the entire store, where it's not really about gardening this time of year, although for those late bloomers, if you still need some fertilizer and stuff like that, Mark, that is in the back of the store, right?
Oh, all the garden stuff is here. So if you need some fertilizer for your lawn, if you need something to feed your trees through the wintertime, we've got all that. We've got snow shovels. We've got ice melt and bird feeders and wind chimes and all that fun stuff. It's still here. But the rest of the store, it's Christmas, yeah.
With over 25 beautifully themed Christmas trees you can come down and check out. And you have a special scavenger hunt that people can take part in. It's a family scavenger hunt to have a lot of fun with, and you could win one of these beautiful trees.
Yeah, the scavenger hunt is a lot of fun. There's clues spread throughout the store, and once you get started on the scavenger hunt, you find a clue, you answer the question, it gives you the next clue, you move on. And when you complete the scavenger hunt, then you are automatically entered in our drawing for a fully decorated Christmas tree. So we've got a gorgeous Christmas tree that we've decorated, and we're going to give that away the first week of December. So from now until then, you can come in and do the scavenger hunt. It's fun as a group, and then you'll be automatically entered in to win that fully decorated Christmas tree. But for the open house, we've got tons of great sales, lots of specials on things. Wreaths and garlands and trees are 15% off. Our ribbon is 40% off. We've got ornaments that are 25% off, so some really great deals and some great specials for our open house, and just a ton of fun things happening. Santa's coming tomorrow, so Santa will be here from 1 until 4, and if you come into the store, you'll just feel like the holiday spirit has hit you over the head. That's what it feels like when you get here, and it's a good feeling, not a bad one.
And as we were mentioning, they have some great gift ideas too. Amaryllis bulbs, that's become a fun tradition in our house. It's kind of a surprise because you just don't know when it's going to bloom. Sometimes it's right around Christmas. We've had one bloom right on New Year's Day, which was really pretty.
Yeah. Oh, it's just a fun gift to receive, and it's a fun gift to give as well too, because everybody appreciates the amaryllis bulbs. Watching them grow is half the fun, and then you get the beautiful colors when they do start to bloom. So great gift item, and great thing just to buy for yourself, just to enjoy during the holiday season.
Yeah. Add a little color to your house. Now the Christmas open house continues till 6 o'clock tonight, and then tomorrow 9 to 6 Santa will be here from 1 to 4, so don't miss it. Come on downtown Logan, 69 West Center, for the Christmas open house at Anderson Seed and Garden.
Aren't you something to admire? 'Cause you shine on something like a mirror, and I can't help but notice you reflect in this heart of mine. If you ever feel alone and the glare makes me hard to
Welcome back to KVN News For the People movie show with Andy Morgan here in the studio. His big return
The big return.
Big return after a couple of weeks off, and
you're so excited. I figured you were probably just like.
I really did. You know how long I've been wanting to. I won't today because we've already got enough to talk about. I'll wait till next week, but I have been anticipating discussing Welcome to Derry with you. For weeks.
We're
now.
gonna have to probably table some of that. I've only seen 2 episodes, and so far I'm loving it.
We only have to talk about that first 11 minutes in episode 1.
No, that blew me away.
That is, I got to the end before the credits even roll for the show.
Yeah, you're like, wait.
You see 11 minutes of some of the most. You'll never forget this.
It's
television
almost like not to spoil it, but like a little bit of it was like Red Wedding, 3 seasons in advance.
Yeah, and it's just packed into that first few minutes, and it kind of sets the tone.
Well, and the fact
it's actually brilliant filmmaking.
It is
what I'm getting at.
And not only that, but they got actors that were I don't know how to say this the right way. Like normally in something like in a first episode where something so drastic happens so quickly,
to open the whole
you
show.
would have kind of throwaway actors, but these were actors that you see them and you're like, oh, these are going to be mainstays.
Oh yeah, the
on the show.
I guess I'll say now. I won't say it. I don't want to spoil the first 11 minutes for anybody, but there's a young person that is a very good actor for a person that age,
right?
And you kind of get that right off the bat. And yeah, you're right. You assume, this is a main character.
Oh, this will be okay.
And 11 minutes later,
what could go wrong?
Yeah, but again, just to open the series that way, to set the tone with such a brutal and yet not gratuitously gross or anything like that, but like you'll never forget seeing that, and that's how you start this series. And I just thought that was a brilliant choice.
Yeah, I thought it was.
And and
Andy Muschietti
this is not for everybody. No. We got to throw this out. But if you enjoyed the It movies, this is kind of like him with the chains off. Like HBO has basically told him, do exactly what you want.
Yeah,
and
go to town.
And it is so good. Anyway,
yeah, no, I 100% agree with everything that you're saying. You've nailed it. But hey, really quick, since we're on the horror subject and Stephen King, this Running Man, I'm actually really surprised that this has not been more embraced by critics. I thought it had. This is Glenn Powell, and for everybody that knows, and you fill me in here because I haven't actually read the book, but the original Running Man, the story is. Set in the future, there's a game show where basically, people come in and if they can survive for X amount of time or X amount of days, then they win a lot of money, And for people that are poor and like in the slums, this is a way to kind of get out of that.
And what's funny is this was first published in a book of novellas that Stephen King wrote under a pen name.
Right.
And it's actually the second story in the collection that it was like Stephen King dabbling with the Hunger Games 20 years before the Hunger Games.
Yeah.
And The Long Walk was also in this book.
Yeah, so this was in the movies Richard Dawson, you mentioned that, who is the actual host of Family Feud. So that's kind of funny that he, and he's
still
actually
the weirdest casting.
And he's actually probably the best part of the movie.
Yeah, because he's supposed to be this creepy, like moralless game show host.
Yeah. Which actually, if you go back and watch clips of him being
an aunt that would argue he was that for Family Feud too. She hated the kissing.
Yeah, he's creepy.
She used to find him so creepy.
Give us a little kiss.
She's like, oh, he's all over everybody.
He's not pleasant. Anyhow, so Edgar Wright, who again, if you've seen Baby Driver is a real notable one. Obviously, the whole World's End, Hot Fuzz. Shaun of the Dead, those type of ones. But here's something I actually really like is I like Glenn Powell. I think Glenn Powell, he hasn't really, he was kind of up and coming, but he's been in the game a long time, and Top Gun Maverick was really the one that kind of thrust him into the spotlight.
He's sort of like one of those almost generic actors that's really good.
Yeah, he reminds me of a young Ryan Gosling a lot. Where he's got that good charm,
comparison.
He can be in something serious, but he's got that kind of Bradley Cooper kind of, I don't know, like he's the guy. Like Top Gun Maverick is the best way to present it. Is he's that guy where the first of the movie you're like, oh, I hate that jerk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then by the end of the show you're like, I actually like you. there's something about you. You know, Bradley Cooper was that way. You know, Wedding Crashers, you just hate his guts in that movie. And then he gets to The Hangover as Phil, and he's kind of, you know, he's still kind of that jerk that you don't like, but you also can't help but like him.
Yeah.
And then he's evolved himself into this great actor. I kind of see that same thing for Glenn Powell. I think he has the potential to really, you know, kind of be one of the big players
Really?
if he plays his cards right. But he's great in this. I mean, he's great in action movies.
So is this an action movie?
This I would call this kind of an action dramedy.
Okay.
It's just got a lot of dark humor. It's the characteristic Edgar Wright stuff, you know. This is a lot like Baby Driver, you know. It's some of those shots that he sets up action-wise, like, again, just the cleverness and sort of the unconventional ways that he lays things out.
Yeah.
I thought this is one of my favorite movies of the year for sure. You know, when we talk at the end, is it going to be an awards thing? Absolutely not. But is it a fun movie that 100%? And it's got a lot of social commentary in it that is just so sharp, so sharp. And I'm not talking things where like you'd be like a Republican and you'd be like, oh, I'm so offended at this, or you're a liberal person and you're like, oh, I am so offended. It's really just kind of like social commentary, especially like on the way like media companies do things, and you know, everything's for the bottom line, like. You know, and
that's interesting because so the book or the novella, that's kind of the point, is that this commercialization and monetization
of violence
and human life being, you know, expendable for money. That's kind of the point of the Stephen King story. And then the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, they kind of turn it into they almost just bring this like Saw-like element where it's just about finding creative ways for people to
murder.
die.
Yeah, here comes flamethrower guy.
Yeah, and so it's cool to hear they brought that original Stephen King element back.
There is a group of people that are obviously hunting them. I haven't read the novella, so I don't know how accurate it is. But you know, there's these hunters that do come after him, and there's kind of a head hunter.
Yeah,
like not head hunter
because they
number
can make
one,
money too.
The boss hunter. Yeah, they can.
Yeah.
And so that's interesting. And it's also, too, like citizens can make money if you're helping the show. Turn them in. Like, you know, you turn them in, you get $10,000.
If you give them a tip, basically. You saw them in your neighborhood.
Yeah. So, again, I really liked it. You know, will I see it again? I mean, probably not. And that's not anything against the movie. It's just, it's one of those that it was a fun one-shot. I thought very well made. But it's, you know, it might be something where I'm sitting at home on a Saturday or Sunday lazy afternoon and I flip through the channels and it's on and I might be like, oh, maybe I'll watch a little bit of that. But again, that is not a reflection of that the movie is bad or is not something that you'd want to see. You know, again, if you don't want to hit up the Wicked crowd this weekend, I would highly suggest The Running Man. I don't think it'll, you know, this won't be a one that'll isn't going to tip the needle. That's the other thing too. You know, I was thinking about this all week about the box office. You know, there's been a lot of stories over the summer about, you know, the failing theaters are dying and all this stuff because, you know, and I've heard celebrities say it. You know,
that bubbling back.
Yeah,
up
they're
again.
like, we got to get it back here in Los Angeles and all this kind of stuff. And again, I go back and say, you know what, this is not accurate. Like, you know. Right now, the domestic there's two things I need to point out. You know, kind of as we wrap up the show today, is one is I focus a lot on the domestic box office, but you know, global box office. That's the other thing is like studios aren't completely looking at just domestic box office anymore, and then they can't. I mean, you know, films are it's a global thing, and that's not going anywhere. And so global box office is more important than just domestic. But if we're just looking at a domestic thing, you know, the box office right now is about maybe $1.5 billion less than it was last year, and we're in November. You know, we still we got 6 weeks left probably, but you got some big things coming out. So will it be less than it was last year? Yes. I also think there'll be a slightly less movies released than there were last year.
Yeah.
But I don't think that is not an indication of the that something's wrong. What it means, I go back to this is I'll never understand how people make apples to apples comparisons on things that aren't apples to apples, and having so many streaming platforms, having it's just there's so many options, and we're not even talking we're talking movies. We're not talking about video games. We're not
just movies.
Yeah, we're just talking movies.
Speaking of that, there's one that I've made note of called now I can't even remember the name of it. Actually stars the guy we were talking about a little bit, Josh Hutcherson. And I can't remember the name, but I made a note. And I'm like, I should get to see. I should make sure to see that when it has some really big names in it, and it looks really good. Martin Freeman, Josh Hutcherson, Craig Roberts. I mean, these are all people that have been in some great movies. And then it gets to the end of the trailer, and it's like, you see this exclusively on BritBox.
Yeah, right.
This is a new streaming service in England, and we got to go to our last break. So hold that thought, will you?
Sure.
All right. For the People Movie Show with Andy Morgan continues right after this.
Brad Franke, Operations Director at CAPSA. This year, I invite you to make giving part of your family tradition. At CAPSA, every act of kindness, whether it's your time, donated goods, or a financial gift, helps survivors of domestic violence and sexual assault rebuild their lives. Give together as a family and make a lasting impact on your community. Because when one family chooses to help, another family gets the chance to start again. Visit capsa.org/donate to see how you can make a difference today.
Join us all month long for the Season of Giving sales event at Murdoch Chevrolet. It's time for us to say thanks the Murdoch way by giving back to the community that has given us so much.
During the Season of Giving at Murdoch Chevrolet, receive 0% for 3 years on the Silverado 1500 or Equinox.
When you walk through our doors, you feel like family at Murdoch Chevrolet in Logan and Woods Cross and online at murdochchev.com.
Chevrolet, together let's drive.
Call 888-391-6083 or see dealer for complete details. Offer expires 11/30/25.
Do you suffer from consistent symptoms like these? And no matter how many doctors you see, things don't improve?
I definitely had fatigue and unexplained weight gain, brain fog, my joints hurt, and I just didn't feel like me. The last couple of years, I just had doctors telling me, oh, you're over 40, we can put you on prescriptions, and I just knew that wasn't what I wanted.
In a conventional model, it's typically one size fits all. Everyone's herded around like sheep and treated the exact same way. When they come to Red River, it's important to customize the treatment plan for that specific patient.
Talking with Dr. Swindlehurst, I just immediately felt like he was listening. He had a plan for me individually as a human being.
Our whole goal is to identify the underlying mechanisms driving your condition. Then we'll put a treatment plan together that's specific to you, and then slowly teach you and educate you and show you what to do and what not to do so that you're the expert in your own health long term.
Call Red River Health and Wellness at 855-55-RIVER.
Call Red River today. Discount Tire. So much more than a tire store.
If you're hearing this, get to Discount Tire and Automotive immediately. Thanksgiving driving is almost here, and your family's safety starts with proper maintenance. They do it all. Oil changes, alignments, shocks, struts, and brakes. These are services that keep your vehicle safe and road ready. Take 10% off all service when you come in today. No credit check financing and 12 months no interest. There's no excuse to wait. Get in now to Discount Tire and Automotive.
Discount Tire. So much more than a tire store.
Get ready, Al's Sporting Goods is kicking off the holidays early with their pre-Black Friday sale. Score massive deals on the brands you love before the rush begins. Winter jackets and boots all 20% off. Grab closeout Reebok outerwear up to 67% off. Defeat the cold. The Bench Detta puffer jacket only $29.99. That's 79% off. Don't forget select beanies for $14.99. Every department is packed with early access doorbusters and deep discounts. So don't wait. Get your holiday shopping done with great deals at Al's Black Friday pre-sale today. Al's Sporting Goods in Logan and online at als.com. Every sport, every season.
Welcome back to KVNU's For the People movie show. Just 2.5 minutes left in the hour. What did we miss anything?
Well, I think a couple things. We'll come back. We got some more stuff coming. Obviously, in December, we got, Avatar, this new Avatar movie.
Fire and Ash.
Yeah, and then we've also got Stranger Things Season 5, which people have been waiting for forever.
Why? Do you know anything about why they're doing the weird like trickle out?
I think it's actually pretty smart, honestly. Yeah.
So you think it's a calculated move?
I do. I mean, they're dropping, the first 4 episodes come on November 26th, which is Thanksgiving time. People are going to be around. People are going to watch the heck out of that. Then there's one. I think there's 3 on Christmas Day.
Yeah, 3 more episodes.
And then I think the season finale, I'm not 100% sure, is on New Year's Eve. Which they said is
going to be over 2 hours long.
Yeah.
The final episode.
Yeah. So I would say definitely strategic as far as viewership. Yeah, I would assume it would shatter some big things. So
I'm just kind of glad they're wrapping it up because those kids are getting old.
I know.
It's starting to get hard to
why
believe.
Does 11 look like she's 30?
Yeah, she's...
No offense, Millie Bobby Brown.
No, honestly,
we love you here.
It's been going on so long. It's hard to believe they're just entering high school.
Well, yeah, because it came out. The first season premiered in 2016.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. That's
so it's been 10 years
ago,
and you're still supposed to believe that they are.
Oh, and how old? I mean, Millie Bobby Brown. I'm pretty sure. Let's see. She is what?
I was trying to Google the same thing.
She's actually 21, so she was 11.
Oh, really?
She was 11.
Okay, so she can still pull it off.
She's 21.
But Wolf, whatever.
Oh, man.
He's got to be like 33 now.
He acts on his knees. He has to be on his knees the whole time.
I know.
Because he's 9 feet tall.
He must have been the tallest 10-year-old in the world.
For real. He's just sprouted anyway. Kind of, I don't know, funky. He's
funny.
21. 11. She was 11.
This makes us feel old.
All
right.
Don't like it.
So we have a lot to talk about. Andy will be back with us next Friday at 5 for another episode of the For the People movie show. And hope you stick around. Dave Ramsey is next here on KVNU Logan.